أنا اسمي ماريا.
A dozen years ago, Lebanon's Bekaa Valley was as green and vibrant as when filmmaker Noura Kevorkian lived there as a child. Her documentary, Batata, potato in Arabic, was supposed to be a love letter to her homeland and the Syrian migrant workers who helped it flourish. Until war in 2011 tore Syria apart.
When the revolution happened, we all thought that this is going to be maybe 5 months, 6 months, and it will be crushed and it will be the end of it. Nobody expected this to be a long refugee crisis and a civil war.
Those lush fields of green were soon replaced with refugee camps, and Kevorkian's lens had a new focus.
You're safe at home now.
For a time, the world's gaze was focused on the Syrian refugees, but the headlines would shift to Afghanistan and then eventually to Ukraine. Kevorkian had helped 3 Syrian families immigrate to Canada, but she couldn't help them all.
Do they feel forgotten at this point?
I think so. They feel forgotten. They feel that the world has, moved on to more newer refugee cases. And whenever I talk to them in the camp, I keep in touch with all the subjects on a weekly basis. I talk to them. They always say, don't forget us.
Kevorkian certainly hasn't. She kept filming and waiting for a natural ending to the story, where the refugees she now viewed as family would be able to return home. That time has never come. And every time she's left the refugee camps for home in Canada, she's been overcome with guilt.
I wasn't prepared emotionally and psychologically to deal with the trauma, the sadness, and the difficulty of being a filmmaker on the ground, capturing with my camera all the sadness and all the devastation.
The film is now done and screening for festivals around the world. She kept the name Batata because the story is still about those potato farmers, stateless, desperate, humbled, yet hopeful their lives will turn around as more war creates more refugees with every passing day. Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.